Welcome guys, welcome to this channel once again. This is Home Hacks. Today we are going to demonstrate how to install a power socket in the house. So we have a power socket here. We have a 13 ampere socket, okay, and we're going to install it into this socket base. We're going to install it there. You can see me touching the wires because there is no power. It has been turned off. There's no power here, so you don't do that when there is power available. You don't do that. You don't touch the exposed conductors directly because of danger of electric shock. So don't skip any part of this video. Just watch to the end to learn all the necessary technical things in the installation of power sockets. Come along with me. Right here we have all the tools needed. We have the plier and the screwdrivers that we're going to be needing for the job here, the installation of a power socket, the 13 ampere socket. So we can also see here the socket. There's a 13 ampere socket here, and also we see a 13 ampere plug for a particular electric appliance that can plug into the 13 ampere socket. Right now we want to start the installation, so follow along with me to learn the technical details that is involved. First of all, we want to talk about the kind of cable needed for the installation of a 13 ampere socket. For installation of 13 ampere socket, we need the size of cable that is 2.5 mm, that is 2.5 millimeters square in cross section, and if you have that, then you can install your power socket. You must not use any cable less than 2.5 mm. Of course, you can also use 4 mm, that is bigger cable than 2.5 mm. And also, the 13 ampere socket or even the 15 ampere socket is installed with 3 different wires. You can see here we have the red, we have the black, and the green color. Sometimes this green might be yellow. So the 3 wires must be there. The red is the live, the black, the neutral, and the green color is the earth. Now the live and neutral, they carry power from source to the appliance. But the third wire, which seems to be redundant, is very important because of safety reasons. That is the earth wire. That is the earth wire that works for protection of life and property. For anytime there is a problem in the installation or appliance electrical fault, there could be a leakage of current from live to any metallic part of an appliance. So in order to be protected, for humans to be protected, we need earth wire that will divert the excess current that is reaching the body of the appliance to the ground in order to not cause serious injury or death to the user. So we must use the third wire, which is the earth wire. It's very important. Also, when you check the 13 ampere socket, we see 3 terminals. There's 1 terminal in the middle here, there is 1 here on the right, and there is 1 here on the left. Now if you check clearly, you will see the one in the middle. There is a symbol placed on it, a circle with symbol of earth, and that is where the green cable will be connected. Here also we have a terminal that is written N on the left, and that is the neutral cable, that is the black cable. And here we have L, that is live, that is where the red cable is going to be connected. So that is how the sockets are made with 3 terminals. So we have 3 holes for the 3 cables, and their screw head are here. This for the neutral, this for the earth, and this for the live cable. So that is how it should be. The 3 cables must be connected for a proper installation. Now for the installation, we have the cables here. So what we do is to when you have multiple cables such as this 4 mm cable, you must twist the wires together. Or sometimes when you are doing looping, that is when you are connecting one socket to the next socket and to the next socket. So you do what we call looping. So the cables will be joined from here, and so you must twist them together firmly by means of a plier. You twist the cables together firmly by means of a plier. Okay. You can see what I'm doing here. It must be twisted firmly. Okay, so we have that here. We have looping here. The cables have been joined together in order to connect to next sockets. Alright, so you loop them together and then twist them together by means of a plier. So having done that, you can now insert the cables into their respective holes and connect them together to the socket by firmly screwing them down into the socket. Alright, so here we have the screwdriver for that purpose. So connect them by bringing them into the right holes. Okay, the red one is going to be connected to the early. There is early here. The black one is going to be connected to the early, and the green to the earth, where we have the earth symbol. E is not written there, but the symbol of earth is provided there, as you can see it here. As you can see it, early, and earth here. And that is how we have to connect the three of them. Okay, so let us screw them into position. So the life first, screwing it, you have to be firm. Each of the cable must be screwed tight, firmly into the hole. There must be no slacking of the cable and the metallic part of the socket. If that happens, then there will be partial contact and eating up of the terminal, which can eventually lead into outbreak of fire from the socket. So we must avoid slacking of the wire in the socket where it's going to be screwed. It must be screwed down firmly. Alright, now the neutral. Let's bring in the neutral. Okay, and then it must be screwed down firmly. Right, you need to use a smaller screwdriver for that purpose. Okay, firmly screwed. So you can try it by trying to remove the wires, the cables. You now discover that it's so firm that it cannot be removed. And the last one will be the earth that we're going to connect right now. Okay. Alright, that is it. So firm. Alright, then we then push the wires or the cables inside into the box, into the buttress. You know, this is conduit wiring. The cables have been passed through conduit pipes laid into the wall. So the buttress is also buried in the wall. So now we want to screw it down into the wall by means of the screws. Alright. So we have the screws here. This one is a long type because the buttress hole is a bit deep inside. So we use the long screws. Otherwise, if the buttress holes are not deep inside, they are not too deep, we use a smaller screw for that purpose. So this is a longer screw. So once again, you have to be very careful with the electricity. You must avoid the risk of electric shock. So when you want to do a job like this in an existing installation, the power must first of all be turned off from the distribution fuse board. That is the first step. You must not come and do the job while there is still live power inside the cables. It must be switched off. Otherwise, if it is a new installation, then there is no problem with switching off power, since power will not have been connected. So you screw them one after the other. You will avoid screwing one firmly down before you screw the other. You screw this one a little and screw this one a little. A little here, a little here, a little here, a little here, until they go in firm finally. That is the way to make it well positioned and firm. Right, so you gradually screw the both of them inside to be tight to the buttress, but not too tight. You avoid screwing it inside too much at this point, otherwise you will break the socket, which is actually made of a plastic material. So you will avoid screwing it too much in order not to break it. Right, the socket is now firmly installed. So we have the small pieces of plastic here that protects the screws so that the screws are not exposed. Alright, so we are going to fix that now. Okay. Alright, so that is it. So that is the installation of the power socket, the 13 ampere socket, and I want you to like and share the video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell in order that when we bring another interesting video like this, you will be notified. Until another time, we say bye bye.